Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for joining the 2020 Columbus Girls and Women's Fest. We are so excited to be here with you this afternoon. Dr. E has done an amazing job of bringing some amazing and phenomenal women and girls together. And right now, you all are tuning in to what we have called the Compelling Conversations. And this is an opportunity for girls who are doing amazing things in the community to be partnered with women who are doing amazing things in the community, and not just any women and any girl. These are young people who are intentional about their Blackness, who are intentional about their identity, who are unapologetic in who they are. And so we are here today to have conversations that will compel us to be authentic in who we are. And so with us today, we have two people who are very special to me. One would be my advisor. When I first moved to Columbus, Ohio, I moved here. My name is Caroline Inspires Nicole Bennett from Oklahoma, but I moved here to Columbus, Ohio to attend graduate school at The Ohio State University, where I received a master's in women's gender and sexuality studies. And so this conversation is super dope because not only was Dr. E a mentor and an advisor to me in different ways, but my actual mentor and advisor in my graduate studies program is here with us. So we have Dr. Treva Lindsey, who is in this compelling conversation. I am super excited. Dr. Treva Lindsey is an expert on history of Black women and girls, hip hop, Black feminists, everything that you can think of. Dr. Lindsey, Treva Lindsey is that. And I had I call it a privilege because my life changed whenever I came to Ohio, just being able to be in the presence of someone who embodies, I took it as a girl coming here, who embodies self-care and making sure that you're always, don't lose sight of the things that you love. And that was one of the very first things that she told me while I was here, that pushed me through grad school. So I am yet still being sustained by the words of Dr. Lindsey. So I thank you for those words. And then two, we have Miss Jamilah Caldwell, who is on the call, who happens to be one of my students at the Charles School. She too is a phenomenal individual who is unapologetic and bold in all of her ways. And I've had the privilege of working with her for, we're going on 3 years, two, 3 years. Yeah. And so it's just been beautiful being able to see her growth. And so why not bring two beautiful people together? And they are getting ready to get into some compelling conversations. So Miss Jamilah, it's on you.
Yes. All right. So my question for you, Dr. Lindsey, is how do we redefine the concept of childhood innocence with and for Black girls without glorifying the Eurocentric ideologies?
Y'all coming out with the bankers, Karis. Okay. All right. I see. I love it. This is what I mean. Black girl brilliance in this. So innocence, when we talk about that, we know that term sounds extra white, and it's only attached usually to white girls. Black girls never get the benefit of being innocent. We are adultified in so many ways. We're told we're grown, or we're fast, or we're, just doing the most. And what I want us to embrace in the innocence and thinking about Black girlhood in a real way is that Black girls doing the most is what changes the world. Black girls being loud, being unapologetic, being fully in their skin, shaking, twerking, whining, working, whatever it is, just being in that space and being that's what that innocence is. We get that beaten out of us. We get it schooled out of us. We get it instructed out of us. Sometimes we even get it parented out of us because we're fearful of what it means for having Black girls move through a world that doesn't understand our magic, our genius, our brilliance, our excellence. And so we confine Black girls, and that makes them not truly who they are in the world. And so for me, the redefinition of innocence as it pertains to Black girls is about actually preserving that thing, preserving those moments, preserving those things that make us so distinct, so fly, so dope, so complex, that we get to be imperfectly perfect in the ways that we move in the world, and that we carry that into our womanhood, femhood, personhood as we get older, that we don't lose that. It's what we lose in that we learn to be ashamed, we learn to be apologetic, we learn to be fearful, we learn all of that. And so we can say, you know what Black girl innocence is? It's saying that the world doesn't get to determine this. White supremacy doesn't get to determine this. Anti-Blackness doesn't get to determine this. Patriarchy, sexism, misogyny, all of that. None of that gets to determine how we show up for ourselves, for each other. And I think that's a far more robust concept of innocence, that you're almost this clean slate that just gets to walk, move in her power. And I think we as adults have to create space for Black girls to do that. That our tendency to want them to be apologetic and not so bold and not so loud and not take up so much space is about our fears, because we know this world is unkind to us. But what would it mean if we created kinder spaces, warmer spaces for them to be held? One of my favorite lines from one of my favorite works by Ntozake Shange, the late Ntozake Shange, for colored girls who considered suicide when the rainbow is enough, is let her be held and let her be handled warmly. That warmth gives us space to be able to do that. And that's what I want for Black girls. That's what I want our definition. I don't want Black girls to do anything different than they naturally would do.
Yes, that is beautiful. Well said. I totally agree. And that is very amplified in how you said that. Just really makes sense. And it resonated a lot with me.
You might as well just go to grad school right now. Just right here. Oh, geez.
Come on, we trying to recruit more of us in these spaces.
That's all right. My heart. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna go. You asked your question. It ain't me.
Okay. I was like, she came with the heat, so now I feel like my question got to be all Black girl ambitious. So, mine is more simple, but I'm so curious about what is it that you, Karis, love about being a Black girl? What is that thing that is so distinctly Black and girl about you, and Black and girl about other Black girls, young Black femmes, that just, it makes your heart smile. Yeah. It makes your soul stir.
Yeah, I think for me, being a Black girl really just means, sorry, my dog just came in here. But I think for me, being a Black girl, honestly, my dog is exemplifying what it is to be a Black girl, unapologetically herself. Okay, she said, I'm here. And I think that's really what is really cool about being a Black girl in this space, especially in right now in this time, is that we can just do what we want. Sit down, all y'all, be quiet. I'm gonna do me. And that's what it is. And that's really and I think Caroline really has shown that to me a lot in the past 3 years that I've been working with her, is that it's okay to be loud. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be heard. And if you have something to say it. These spaces, and I think spaces right now are being created for Black girls and for women and queer, gender ambiguous, all of it. These women, these spaces have been created so that we can feel more comfortable saying what we want to say, being who we want to be, talking how we want to talk, and having no restraints on that. And I think that's what's really cool about being a Black girl, is that we can just be in spaces and be cool and vibe out and just be hey, I see you, you see me, and just vibe with it and just keep going with it and not have to worry about if I'm in a space with other Black girls, I'm in a space with other Black girls. I don't have to worry about anybody else, anything else. I can just be here and be seen and be heard. And you understand me, I understand you, and you don't have to say it. It's just I look at you and you understand what I'm thinking and what I'm going through. And it's just that look when we see some stuff and we just what is that? You see that? I see that. Oh no. It's just that community and that sense of I'm here, you're here, let's be here together. And I think that's probably the best part. And I think I've tapped into that a lot more in the past year, just been able to be I am me, let me be me, So I think that's definitely probably my favorite part. Also, we just fly, we just, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm up there trying to get my emojis up and stuff. My ain't moving quick enough. So I'm so grateful. We're so grateful. Thank y'all for y'all's unapologeticness, for showing up in this space. And I think y'all didn't ask me what my favorite part is, but I'm gonna tell the world anyway, is that it don't matter whether we virtual or whether we're in person. You get to feel the energy of Black girls, Black women. And so it's beautiful being on this call. I'm over here in my house feeling like I'm back in grad school again. And then also being encouraged, because Carrie's go ahead, get you in the vibes and tell you, she will change your life, the experience. And so we thank you. We thank everybody for tuning in to these compelling conversations. Dr. E, thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being everything, for paving the way, setting, and continuing to be a free Black girl rising, Dr. E. Be sure to continue to enjoy the rest of the day for the Women and Girls Fest, October 17th. The day is today. All right, we'll see y'all.